What's going on, YouTube? It's your girl Vanity V. Hope you guys are having a good Monday, a great Indigenous Peoples Day, because we not celebrating Columbus Day over here. So, but yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying your day off. If you had a day off, let's get into some stuff, and I want to talk about what we're thinking ahead of this finale for Love is Blind season 5, okay? So we have 2 couples remaining, and normally in the past seasons we've had at least 3 or 4 couples, but we have 2 couples, which is probably more realistic because, I mean, for real, let's just be honest, you put 30 people together, what's the likelihood of them really connecting, you know what I'm saying, to get married? But quiet as it's kept, I don't believe none of these couples, okay? And let's just go ahead and talk about it. So we have Milton and Lydia, and then we have Izzy and Stacy. Those are the 2 remaining couples. And it's interesting because we actually have some intermingling of the 2 couples. We know that Izzy's first connection was actually with Lydia, Big Bad Lydia, which I'm gonna do, I promise, a whole other video, you guys. And we're going to get into Lydia and Uche and what I think about that more in depth. But that's, you know, we'll get into that. But anyway, so yeah, we have the 2 couples. We know that initially Izzy and Lydia, they connected. And then as time went on, you know, my opinion is, well, I think Izzy is very corny. Okay. I think he's corny. I think he's, clearly he has all, we find out he don't have no credit cards. Who don't got no credit cards? If you don't have credit cards, you got some issues with your debt. You know, your credit's trash. So we're finding out, you know, he has this weird job and like things are not adding up. So we kind of found that out. But I personally don't think he wanted a Latina. Everybody has their preference, which is fine, but I think, you know, the truth came out about Lydia. You know, you could hear her. You could tell she said she's Puerto Rican. I think he wanted a persuasion girl, which is fine. That's your preference. But I truly think that's why he got Lydia up out of there. I don't think he wanted, I think he wanted what he wanted. He wanted a Caucasian woman. And again, that's cool, but I really, again, that's why I think he gave her the boot. So that didn't work. And then we know that he kind of connected with Johnny. That didn't work. And now, you know, he has Stacy, which let's just go ahead and talk about Stacy and Izzy. Now, out the rip, well, in the pods, they had a cute banter. They had a very flirtatious, a very fun relationship. Their interactions were really fun with each other, right? And so we're like, okay, this is cute. They look like they'll have fun. But is this really sustainable? That was what I was thinking. I'm like, okay, is there any depth to this? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's great to have fun with someone, but like, can I really lean on you? Can I talk to you about the deep things? Can I, you know, blurt my heart out about the things that I went through in my childhood? You know what I mean? Can I depend on you to do the same? Can we go to church together? Can we, you know, whatever? You know, can we work out together? All of these things outside of just like having fun, doing the fun stuff. That was my initial feeling. And then when they went into the real world and when they went, you know, to Mexico, we started seeing the cracks. And we started to see that, okay, everything that glitters isn't gold, and all the things that you guys had fun talking about in the pods, that may not translate into the real world. And so we immediately saw that they started arguing. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, that is my #1 red flag. Izzy and Stacy argue almost more than anybody that I've ever seen on the show. Every single episode, they argued. And when you're in a relationship, you argue, right? But arguing every day is problematic. You can't sustain that. You can't argue with your partner every day. And they argued about everything. And I think a lot of that stems from Stacy. You could tell she's a really strong woman. She's powerful. She knows what she wants. She's a go-getter. You know what I mean? She has her own money. Her family, you know, is powerful. Her family is strong. And then you have Izzy, who was fronting in the pods. Let's just call it what it is. He was not transparent and honest about his financial situation. about him, his strength as a man. You know, he promised her he would cook for her and rub her feet and all that. And then she gets out, because she even said it in, you know, episode 9 or 8. She was like, what happened to all this stuff you was talking in the pods? You was talking about cooking for me every night. You ain't cooked me nothing. No hamburger helper, you know, not a thing. No mac and cheese, none of the things. She was like, I don't even cook, and I cook for you. So he's not walking, you know, the walk. You know, he's talking all of these things. He has a lot to say, but there's no action behind it. And so she voiced that to him. And I think in relationships, that's a real thing. You have to really back up what you say. All the sweet nothings are great, but like, if you're not, you know, meeting me where your words are at, then what are we really doing? And I think that Stacey's starting to see that. Also, I'm going to tell you guys this. I never think it's a good idea for a man to move into a woman's house. She has a wonderful home in Houston. It's laced, it's decked out, it's beautiful. You know, she's worked hard for it. Him having a 520 credit score and driving a Honda Accord, nothing against anybody who has a 520 credit score and drives a Honda Accord. But as a man, when you have those things, if you're not equally yoked financially with the woman, it's just not a good idea for him to move into her house. Either, and you know she's not moving into his. I mean, we saw his little apartment. It was cute. She's not moving in there. If they are going to work, I think that they should get a place together, because the first thing that's gonna happen, because Stacey looks petty, she's mean, she's kind of mean. She's a little mean, a little vicious with the mouth. First time he irritates her life, he's gonna get the boot. He's gonna be sleeping on the couch a lot, or sleeping in the guest room. She gonna be telling him he ain't shit, telling him that's why your credit score is triple pillow pet. That's why, you know, you ain't got no credit cards. That's why you sell insurance. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's going to definitely be, you know, degrading him as a man and making him feel less than. Stacey, we see it, girl. We can see you. Like, I see that happening. So I don't think that's a good idea for him to move into her house, okay? So that's one thing. So that's that. Then the arguing. And then, is it just me, or does it seem like Stacey kind of has, I don't want to say takes issue, but I think she's uncomfortable with the fact that he doesn't have closeness with his family and his friends. Like, he even made, I want to say, didn't he say that his mom was the only person coming to the wedding? And I think sometimes when someone has a big, robust family that's very involved, and, you know, you have lots of cousins, and, you know, y'all are a tight-knit group. And then when you're dealing with someone who maybe doesn't have that, I think I feel like Stacey's looking at him like, I mean, your mom's nice, but like, where's your family at? And, you know, what he said was sweet. He was like, I think that's what I'm excited about getting married, because I want to marry into a family that is really tight. You know, they have little barbecues, they get together, go roller skating and all that stuff. He was saying, like, I want that. But I don't know if Stacey wants that. I just got that vibe. You know, it seems like she might like his mom, but I don't think she likes that. So we have that. And then, I don't know, you guys. It's just something about Izzy that is not authentic to me. I think that, I think Stacey really wants to find a husband. He got like shifty, beady eyes. It's something, I can't put my finger on it, but it's something about him that is not gelling with me. I don't think that I don't know if he wants to be a model or an actor, which he doesn't have the personality for that. His personality is terrible, in my opinion. He's a good looking guy. He looks tall, you know, his body is right, but he looks, when you meet a guy, you're like, oh, he's fine. And then you talk to him, you're like, ugh. And then you be at dinner and you're like, oh my God, and like, when is this date over? Like, that's the energy that I get from him. But all the girls liked him, so I don't know. Man, he was saying something right in the pods. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if they actually get married. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm 50-50 with whether they will or not. I highly doubt they'll last. And, you know, this was filmed probably a year ago. So I bet you at the reunion, if they got married, they're not together anymore. That's my prediction. My prediction is that they got married, but they're not together today. What y'all think? So yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at with them. Like, I feel like they're, and opposites attract, because, you know, you can be opposite from somebody and it work because you guys can play off of your strengths and weaknesses. And then I think if the temperaments work, I feel like it can work. But there's too many negative differences about them. And I don't like Izzy. I'm not crazy about Stacey either, because again, I just think that I love a strong woman and she's beautiful and all of that, but I feel like she's mean a little bit and I don't like that. So yeah, so that's how I feel about those two. Okay, so let's talk about Milton and your girl Lydia. I'm going to try to be diplomatic when I talk about this. Okay, let's talk about looks, because I mean, the premise is Love is Blind, but let's be honest. We've seen a lot of couples fall apart once they see each other and they're like, well, I'm not really feeling her. I'm not feeling him like that. I feel like with Milton, he's never going to get a woman that looks beautiful like this again. And it's not that Milton is ugly. That is not what I'm saying. But he's really tall. 6'7" is tall, like abnormally tall. And he's lanky. And y'all, why he at that, on the last episode, why was he at that dinner in that beautiful setting with that wrinkled black shirt? Like, I was so mad. Were y'all mad about that? I'm like, sir, look, I don't like to iron all the time either, but throw your shirt in the dryer. Like, be lazy like me. I throw it in the dryer about 5 minutes to get the wrinkles out. Why is his shirt wrinkled? Like, just stuff like that. I was just like, you are on a whole TV show with a wrinkled shirt. Like, you look like, and you know, she said he's messy. So it's like, you probably had that shirt in a pile, you know what I mean? And like, you just took, you know, it was in the pile for 2 weeks and then you took it and put it on. It might've been clean. You know, when you take stuff out the dryer, if you don't fold it right away, you just throw it to the side, it'll get wrinkled again. So I feel like it was probably clean, but it was just to the side wrinkled, and it was there for maybe 2-3 weeks, and then he just decided to put it on. And I was just like, you're on TV, bruh. So anyway, he's tall, he's very lanky, you know, he's had the health problems which I love that he's overcome that, and he was transparent about that. I do love that. But as far as looks, Lydia don't like him. She likes a dude that look like Uche. She likes someone tall, dark, handsome, in great shape, little swag to him. You know what I mean? Because Lydia is undeniably beautiful. When they were sitting at that dinner, you guys, I was looking at her skin. Her skin was just like flawless. And she doesn't even have makeup on. It was just like beautiful, creamy. I mean, she's beautiful, got cute little shape, pretty curly hair. I mean, she's a beautiful woman. And I feel like she don't like him physically, like she don't. Lydia, number one, she wants Uche. I don't care what nobody says. She wants him. She wants that man. And I think she wants to be famous too. And I feel like she was like, and let me tell you though, Lydia played it smart, y'all, because remember when she sat with, you know, when they were in Mexico, and then once all the couples finally meet each other, all the guys meet the girls, and then like certain couples will get caught up because they'll like slip up and be like, ooh, I still kind of like you, or ooh, I still think you cute. When Lydia sat down with Izzy, and Izzy was kind of like feeling her out, she was like, no, I'm good though. I like Milton. Like, I'm good on you. Like, she was very, very careful with what she said. She was not about to say nothing that was going to ruin her being present with Milton. Not because she wants Milton, but because she wanted to stay on the show until the end. That's what I think is going on with Lydia. I think that Lydia romantically wants Uche, and I think that she was going to do what she had to do because she also has aspirations, because she is beautiful, and she wanted the exposure to the show, and so she wants to make it work with Milton. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if Milton's gonna marry her. I think that I will give Milton this. I feel like emotionally he's very mature. I like the way he handles things. He's the type of dude though that like kind of make you mad because it's like he doesn't get mad about anything. You know how sometimes, not that I know this is unhealthy to you guys, but I'm just saying we've all been there when we are like want a reaction out of our dude and he's not giving that to us. Like, but that is how your partner helps you to grow and elevate, because we shouldn't be doing that to each other. So for him to be so young, I do like his emotional intelligence and how he thinks things through and doesn't just react. You know what I mean? I love that. I admire that about him. But on the other token, he does immature things like eats a bowl of cereal and leave it on the floor for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Like, and that's that 24-year-old immaturity thing that Lydia was scared about in the first place. So they're starting to argue a little bit too. Not too much, not like Izzy and Stacy, but they are starting to argue a little bit. Well, they had that argument at the dinner. Milton's mom and sister are reading all through Lydia. They know what time it is. They're like, this lady don't want you. And it's just like, and I know they're probably frustrated because they're like, Milton, I'm gonna need you to see what's going on. Like, she don't want you, okay? I need you to like get it together. Please don't marry her. They do not want her to, and they even said it, like when they sat down with her, they're like, everything, your answers are too perfect. Everything is just perfect. And Lydia knows how to play the game. She knows how to play the game. And I wouldn't be surprised though, because Milton, he does seem logical. I wouldn't be surprised if he does not marry her. And I think that Milton is infatuated with her because she's so beautiful. And again, he's never going to get a girl that looks like that again. Just because he's doofy. He's doofy looking, y'all. I'm sorry, he is. He's very sweet, but he's doofy in appearance. And again, looks are not everything, but like they matter. So I think that her personality is probably not that into, but she's beautiful. Whereas Uche, you know, look at him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could probably get another Lydia tomorrow. You know what I mean? Just because he's an attorney, his stature, the way he carries himself, he exudes confidence. He exudes, you know, when you walks into the room, you feel his presence. Milton, you walks into the room, you don't even look his way. Well, you might look his way because he's so damn tall, but then you're like, damn, he's tall. Then you go back and finish eat your whatever you're eating. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Those are my predictions. I think that Stacy and Izzy might get married, but I don't think that they're married now. And I think we might see that at the reunion. And I think that Lydia and Milton are not going to get married because Milton is not going to say yes. Those are my predictions, y'all. If y'all know what really happened, don't, for whatever reason, like your cousin works in production or whatever on the show, don't spoil it, please, because, you know, the episode hasn't aired. If Lydia is your second cousin removed or whatever, you know her, like, don't drop in my comments and ruin this for all of us. We're having fun making predictions, so please don't do that. But tell me what y'all think. Do you think I'm off? Do you agree? You know, I like this season. It's funny because there's so much going on with the season, and I so don't like the cast, but it is, you know, riveting, you know what I'm saying, like with the drama, so I'm into it. But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. So let me know what you guys think. Am I onto something, you know? And please comment, you know, like, subscribe, share, all of the things, okay? And then I'm definitely gonna come back and talk to you guys after the season finale, and you know, we'll chop it up and talk about what we think, you know, the reunion will be like, okay? All right, you guys, enjoy the rest of your Monday, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.